Hi guys, we are now at Angkor Wat Temple, the first attraction in our itinerary. Here we have Mr. Luot Bunchhuob as our tour guide. He has a long experience in his job guiding tourists. He will show us around and tell some story about Angkor Wat. So please stay tuned.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, especially local tourists and international tourists. Today, I am so glad to show ladies and gentlemen who are planning to see Angkor Wat Monument. Angkor means holy capital city, and Wat, W-A-T, means Buddhist monastery. It was added in the 16th century when Angkor became a Buddhist temple. So, ladies and gentlemen, this temple, it was constructed in the first half of 12th century by the king Surya Varaman II and dedicated to one of the most popular god of Hinduism, Vishnu god. But later, 500 years later, they converted to Buddhism. That's why we heard the name Angkor and Wat, mean the holy city of Buddhist monastery. And behind us, you could see the surrounding moat, or easy to understand, you can say man-made lake. So why did the king build the monument? And surrounding the monument, we got the man-made lake, ladies and gentlemen. So this is one of the symbolism in Hindu concept and Cambodian engineering and daily life. So when we talk about, according to the Hindu concept, when the king built the temple, because the temple is the home of God. Temple means prasad. Prasad literally means God offering. God offering. So mean that in order to make the temple like the replica of universe, you know, when they build the temple like the replica of universe, outside the temple, you got the man-made lake. It's symbol of the ocean. Yes, Hindu concept. And then engineering like to make the foundation of temple strong and solid. This is the man-made lake outside to support the water to the foundation of monument. And irrigation system, water political mainstream. This is the function of the moat. And behind us, you probably see the causeway. In Angkor Wat, we got two causeway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the first causeway. So the first causeway is a monument of Angkor Wat. It's flanked or decorated by a Naga balustrade. Now I want to show Naga. Naga is a Sanskrit, in English, serpent or snake. And they always decorated with 7 heads that we're going to see is 7 heads. So 7 heads of the Naga heads or dragon represent to 7 color of rainbow. Ladies and gentlemen, all the Cambodian causeways or all the Cambodian temple entrances, when you go inside the temple, it's symbol of rainbow bridge. Cambodian Hindu, they believe that outside the temple is a human world, inside the temple is a God world. Whenever the pilgrimages, they walk inside the temple to pray, like you are going to heaven. Now we're going to see the head of the dragon or Naga. Behind me, you can see the Naga head or serpent of 7 heads. It's a new decoration, but originally just like that also. So the dragon head, the dragon with 7 heads means 7 colors of rainbow. All right, so now we get inside. Angkor is one of the monuments that become one of the largest religious monuments in the world. Now we are walking across the moat. We are walking across the moat. It's 200 meters wide, around 200 meters wide. And Angkor Wat outside dimension, 1.5 kilometers west to east. Mean that 1,500 meters long and 1,300 meters wide, ladies and gentlemen. And the next we're going across the moat and we're going to see the wall. Now let me show you about symbolism of Hindu. Moat is the ocean, the surrounding wall of the temple. The surrounding wall of the temple represent to mountain range, and the temples of Angkor Wat in the middle is a mountain. In Hinduism, when they build a temple for the Vishnu, that temple we call Mount Meru. Ladies and gentlemen, Mount Meru represent to a holy mythological mountain that they believe that the Lord Vishnu live on the top of that mountain. Not far from the statue of Vishnu, we can see that statue that some people, they deeply believe that even though we didn't have inscription or document mentioned, but they say this is one of the Vishnu wife. Yeah, one of the Vishnu wife. Because Vishnu, he always got two wives, Humi Devi and Sri Lakshmi. And then probably it's one of the wife that her name Sri Lakshmi. That this is that's so popularly called nowadays. And later we're going to see the main statue of the Hindu gods in here that I mentioned already. Nowadays, this area is one of the activity of worshiping place. So for local tourists, they don't forget to come here. That means when they enter here, they always come to pray and worship with the statue. So I mean that in Angkor Wat, all the statue in Angkor Wat, just only that statue, it's still original. Just only the statue is still original. You know, according we got the amazing story inside here, ladies and gentlemen. So according to the old people that tell me about this statue, the stealer, he wanted to cut off the head of the Vishnu god, but unfortunately they didn't remove them outside because it's the morning coming up, and later Angkor Conservation, they keep them for conservation in the office, and then they're going to fix them back. This is original head. When we go inside the Cambodian temples, you always see two buildings on the other side of the temples. In document, it's so popularly called libraries. So the library here, just also the symbolism. We got two explanations. Some they say that it's a library. Some they believe that it's not the real library. It just looked like the fire hall. Because in Hinduism, before the pilgrimages, they went to pray and worship inside the temple. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Hindu culture or Hindu followers, they have to stop in the short time to pray for fire first. Because fire is the head of program. That is the symbolism of the two buildings that so-called library, can call library or fire hall. The legend that I'm going to show you is one of the most popular Hindu mythologies on the left-hand side. When you walk in the second causeway across the platform or the royal stage that we so-called nowadays, or honor terrace, you turn left, you're going to see one of the most popular legends or Hindu mythology that we mentioned, Ramayana. Ramayana is one of the story that one side is a demon side, symbol of the bad guy, and one side is a monkey side, symbol of the good guy. They were fighting each other. The sort of the story because the lady, when the bad guy Ravana was stolen or kidnapped, the good guy wife, her name Sita, and the good guy wife and her husband, his name Rama. So Rama is a good guy, supported by the monkey, and demon is the bad guy, supported by the demon military. We are going to see the Rama is a good guy. He standing on the shoulder of the monkey. Here we go. Behind us, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that is on the top is a Rama. This is a Hanuman, the monkeys. Please do not confuse. Hanuman is not the king of monkey. Hanuman is a monkey army general in chief. He's not the king. He's an army commander. And Rama, he's standing on the shoulder of Hanuman. According to this story, we could know this is a Ramayana story. And later, his younger brother, under the name of Lakshmana, this is the younger brother of the demon or bad guy. With the support of the younger brother of the bad guy, he could win the war over the bad guy. Because his name is Pisana, he's one of the excellent fortune teller. According to that story, they make a prediction. If you're fighting again with Rama, you will lose your life. So demon, he used to be the strong, powerful demon. So he get angry. He confused. His younger brother betray him, and then he exiled. Later, the Pisana, the younger brother of the demon, he went to make alliance or friendship with Rama. So that way, with the support of his younger brother, Rama could kill the bad guy. Now we're going to see the bad guys. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that you see? Right, okay. So here we see the war field. This is inside the war field. Now you can look closely. One side is a demon. Is this demon military that we say bad guy? One side is a monkey. One side is a monkey. That's why in Indian they still deeply believe monkey is also their god, because monkey used to help Rama to save or rescue Sita. Is a good guy wife from the city of Lanka from the demon. Okay, so now we going to see the bad guys here. Here, according to document, they say that this is the demon. He got 1,000 arms and 10 heads. His name Ravana. Some Indian they call Ravan. Yeah, Cambodian called Tuasakan, mean the demon with 10 heads. When you enter the west side of Angkor Wat, you turn left at the first gallery, you see Ramayana. And when you turn right, you see one of the Hindu mythology again that we call Mahabharata. Mahabharata is one of the story that mention us to know about two cousins. They fighting each other in order to become the king. It means that according to this story, the bad guy that I am showing you in here, it represents to the bad guy under the name of Karawat. Why did we know it's a bad guy under the name of Karawat? We could see there, yes, in this video, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the man that's sleeping in the bed of arrow. His name is Pisma. So the name of the war field in Mahabharata, they call Kurukshetra. Easy to remember this story, Mahabharata. On the left hand side that you walking inside this story, left hand side walking from north to south, Karawat, bad guy. And on the right hand side, walking from south to north is the good guy. This is the gallery of historical military parade of Cambodia in the early 12th centuries. And in this gallery, they tell us to know exactly about the king Soryavaraman, because he one of the Angkor Wat founder and Angkor Wat builder. His name Soryavaraman, like the seal of the sun. His name seal of the sun. So in this story that he going to tell us about when he was meeting his military or conference his military on the tops of the mountain that they call Sewebat. Sewebat is the name of the mountain where the king make the conference. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see the portrait of the king Soryavaraman II. That's why they could know Angkor Wat was built by him, because in this gallery, we're going to see two pictures or two portraits of the king. Now he is sitting to make the military conference, and later he going to join in the warfield to be army commander or general-in-chief. So the lower register that you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is to show about some part of the royal maidens or concubines and some princesses carried by the hammock with the decoration by called canopy. The whole gallery here, they talk about King Soryavaraman military parade. This is the king that he's joined inside the military parade. He's not only the king in the palace, but also to work as the general-in-chief. That is the king Soryavaraman II. According to inscription that they mention, his name Sri Soryavarama Deva. Now we gonna see one of the story that mention about heaven and hell judgment or heaven and hell gallery. Behind me, I'm going to show you about the god of death or god of judgment that we call him Yama. Cambodian called Prehyum. He's a judgment. According to that portrait that he's sitting on the water buffalo, we could know exactly. This is the story that to show us to know exactly about the different register on the top, symbol of heaven, and the lower register is symbol of the hell. That's why they call this gallery Hell and Paradise Galleries. So the exact, they didn't have inscription, but they mentioned about the Yama. He's a god of death. Cambodian, they deeply believe that when you die, the spirit of the dead people can be born to meet with him, and then he just a recorder. And then he always sentence you to go in heaven. He always sentence you to go in hell. It depends on your karma. Karma means action. You do good deed, you will get a good result. You do bad deed, you will get a bad result. This is the karma galleries. We got Ramayana, the first story, Mahabharata, the second story, King Soryavaraman military parade is the third story, Hell and Paradise is a full story. Now we are in the fifth section, one of the most popular in Hindu concept also, that they mention about churning the seal milk. So here we can identify where I am standing right now is in the center of the story. This is Lord Vishnu. In here, Lord Vishnu, he's up here to be the referee or arbitrator in order to look after the cooperation between the demand and gods that they're going to produce the holy water from the bottom of the ocean. So here we can identify them with the different looking face. Here is a demons with the grimacing expression and look like the funny word we call angry bird face. Angry bird face is a demon, and then again we can see it's a gentle face. It's a good guy. So according to this story, the main purpose, they want to get a holy water that Indian they call amrita, mean immortality water in English. This is the third level or third gallery, so Angkor Wat temple. According to document, when it was a Hindu temple, Angkor Wat, it was the home of Vishnu. So they deeply believe that the central tower of Angkor Wat, that's 65 meters tall from the first level to the third level on the top of the sky, it used to be the place that they installed the Hindu god Vishnu. But later they changed to Buddhism. They added the Buddha at the four direction on the door frame. You see the sleeping Buddha and the standing Buddha when you go up on the tops of Angkor Wat temple. But the special of the venue at the third level, you can see the fantastic venue, like bird's eye venue. You see the whole Angkor Wat master plan. This is what we can see at the third gallery of Angkor Wat. But the same I mentioned, when the times it was the Hindu temple, the central tower, it probably used to install the Hindu god that open to the four cardinal direction. But later, when it converted to Buddhism, they added the Buddha, where we can see the Buddha nowadays on the wall, reclining or standing, added in the 16th century. Thank you so much.
Okay, so after we hear the explanation by Mr. Bunchhuob, I hope that all of you remember some story that told by him. And I hope that when you come to Siem Reap, you will find him or the other tour guide. Because
right.
Coming to visit the temple in Cambodia without tour guide, you only see the beautiful stone carving. But the story, you will not know much about it. So you should have a tour guide.
Yes.
We have more story to tell, travel guide to share, and beautiful places to show. Please subscribe or follow for more videos. Thank you for watching.